Hey guys, Suko here, and today I'm going to be going over opping mid on Dust 2. So we're going to be talking about how to hold doors and what your goal is. Like, why are you playing mid? So first thing we're going to say is playing mid is one of the more important things, places to play on Dust 2, mainly because they can go lower. Look at all the places they can go from mid. They can go lower. You can get, if you're fast, you can get vital information. You can maybe see one person crossing from left to right, and then you go, oh, well, one person is crossing. Maybe they're going to rush B, and then you tell the guy B, be careful of a B rush. And then the biggest thing is to watch cat and to hold mid doors. So when you're opping, the first thing you obviously have to do is cross doors. So if you're playing in a duo queue, or you have your friend and he's gonna go B, what you can have him do is cross. Okay, so they cross like this, and then have him call, oh, left, he's on the left side, so that you can do this. You can just peek. You don't need to worry about him right there, so you just peek really fast with your op, because you know he's on the, their opper is on the left side. You can also have them, when they jump across, they say, oh, suicide. So I know that when I cross, I can just be ready to op this guy's suicide. And this is a really easy shot. It's a really fast pick, which is huge. And so your second thing is to hold cat. So probably the best way to do that is to stand back here. First, you want to look here. And so you can do this two ways. One is to play sort of like this. Keep your crosshair right here. And so this gives me enough time so that if someone is walking or running to palm tree, if I have my crosshair right here, I can just op them as they run past. But a lot of the times, people will jump up. So they'll jump across in order to avoid you. So if you keep your crosshair a little bit up, and you know that they're going to jump, or you have a feeling they're going to jump, then you don't have to adjust as much, and you can get this pick. If another opper makes it to a palm tree here, it's not always a good idea to peek him. You know where they're going to be, but they have the advantage here because they can stand back here at the wall, and you have to peek out in this area. Their crosshair is already where it needs to be. They can come back and hide behind this pole. You can shoot through this pole, but it'd need to be a headshot to kill them. Come back mid here. So say you miss this shot, and now you know there's an opper palm tree. So you have a few choices. You can always just flash over and then peek like this, or you can just fall back a little bit. So you've lost this spot, okay, fall back and start watching cat from here. Now, thing is that a lot of times I see people double scoping in, and they're double scoped like this. This does make the people on cat a lot easier to hit, but see how far I have to move my crosshair to hit this guy Xbox, or even what if someone comes through doors? I have to go all the way down. I can't even see if someone is going to peek through doors. So not double scoping here is usually best. And what you do is just stand here on the corner, have your crosshair ready, already on cat, so that you can quickly, you can just wait for them to walk into your crosshair, or you can just come down to Xbox if they're Xbox, or even mid. And so a lot of the time it's going to be smoked like this. So what you can do is fall back all the way back here and just peek, just look right over the edge of this, right over the top of the smoke, and you can shoot over the top of the smoke. But if they do smoke mid, just know that the enemy team knows that you're going to be here. So if you have an opper mid and that's smoked and you're on T side, you know that the opper is probably going to be playing in this general area so that they can see over the top of the smoke, and that makes it really easy to pre-fire you. So keep that in mind, and remember that you don't need to kill anyone mid. That's not your job. It's good to kill people mid, but making sure that the people A know that there's someone coming mid is the most important thing. So if it's smoked and they throw a flash over and you don't get a pick, just make sure you call, oh, they smoked mid, maybe 2 cat, 3 cat, something, because that is one of the most important things when playing mid. And so one thing about Dust 2 is that immediately the terrorists are given control of mids. They know from here, they spawn, this guy with an op gets a count and can even get a pick through here. So immediately terrorists are given control of mid. The only way counter terrorists can take mid is by rushing cat, which means they need to get boosted if they're going to get there in time, or peeking through these doors. So your job as a counter terrorist playing mid isn't always to get the pick. This is a really hard pick to make. I mean, you're gonna have to be fairly confident in your opping abilities. Look at how many places they can stand. They can stand all the way through the back here, and they can also peek here at suicide, and just their head is showing. So whereas they just need to shoot through this gap in the doors. So taking mid isn't, getting this pick isn't the most important thing. The most important thing is just making calls. So you make a call, they're going cat, you see someone cross from Xbox to lower, then you know that there maybe is gonna work a B push, or you warn the guy cat that there's someone lower, something like that. And that is your job. If you're playing really aggressive, okay, so pretend this is the start of the round. Here's what we can do. Your teammate crosses, okay, you're behind him, flash over, peek, okay, because that flash, that was actually a bad flash, sorry. Flash over like this. Peek, that'll flash the opper here. And really quick you can make a jump through the doors to Xbox. But the key is you don't want to walk through these doors. Because what's going to happen is, if you're going to peek really fast like this, you're going to flash over, peek. If they're flashed, they're probably going to fall back. So really quick, make the jump through the doors and get to Xbox. And then from here, you can watch lower. And if you know they're going mid, this is not a good place to hold cat. Just jump back through. And you can also watch mid watch cat from really up close like this, if you're feeling confident in your flick shots and flicking down like that to get the person who's mid doors. So the last thing I want to show you is just something that maybe you're even you should almost always do if the enemy team is really ahead and you know that they're using 2 or 3 ops. Hopefully they're not using 3. That tends to happen at lower ranks. But if they have 2 ops, maybe know that you can die through the doors. If both people hit you through doors, you are either dead or you're at 50 health, and then it's a lot easier to take B. So this is a really simple smoke. You just bounce it off this box. Don't bounce it off that box, just this lower box. And then you just run through the smoke. And so the awesome thing about this smoke is, let me throw it again. It's thrown from spawn, so it's thrown by just whichever guy is standing around here. It's thrown from spawn, and then you can cross through, but it doesn't smoke off mid for the opper. Okay, because a lot of the time, I've even seen people do this and then cross. Okay, so this is like the worst thing you can do. They're not going to be able to hit you through this smoke if they, unless they have like wall hacks or something. But you've given them a free smoke mid. So now this opper, he can't peek suicide or anything. Whereas with this smoke, you can cross through the smoke to get to B, and then the opper can still play mid and still get mid control, and you're not smoking it off for the enemy team, because smoking it like this is like giving the terrorists a smoke. Okay, because they were gonna smoke mid anyways, and you smoked it for them. So yeah, that's all I have for playing mid. I guess I go one more thing. Don't be afraid to rotate. If you lose mid control, it's never a bad idea. You can rotate up to window. Sorry, I'm a little sick. You can rotate up to window, help with this guy tunnels. You can play here or something and help with cross if they're crossing along. And so playing mid gives you a lot of freedom, but don't get picked early in the game. If you're not confident in your opping, don't go for these peaks. Just play passively, because if you do get picked early in the game, you've made it a 4v5 early, and you've given them mid control, and where they can go mid to B, lower cat, they can go all over the place. So that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching.